So I just finished this book by David Goggins. It's called Can't Hurt Me. And in the book, one of the things that he talks about is people lying to themselves and how people fool themselves and they tell themselves that things aren't as bad as they really seem, or that they're special and that they deserve this or that or the other thing. And the problem with this deception of oneself is that it puts yourself in a position of weakness, because then it doesn't allow you to see the reality, the truth of your current situation. And it doesn't allow you to then fix the problems or any of the things that are going wrong in your life. So for example, if you're overweight and that's something you struggle with, but you tell yourself, nah, I'm fine with it, and you try to convince yourself that you're fine with it, and you sort of brush it off. You say, it's not that bad. My friends are all in similar shapes. It's fine. Well, what you're doing by lying to yourself like that and trying to pretend that you don't have this issue is you're putting yourself in a position of weakness, because now you can't recognize the problem for what it really is. And you certainly can't solve the problem then. So by getting real with yourself, by actually assessing your situation, where you're currently at, with your body, with your mind, with your work, with your finances, with your personal relationships, by not sugarcoating things, by not putting a filter on it, like an Instagram filter, by not making a Facebook post out of it and pretending like it's all perfect when it's not. By looking at that reality, stepping back, taking a view in of where you're currently at, assessing the situation for what it truly is. Not worse than it is, but what it really is, allows you to then attack that weakness and fix it so you can make it right, get better, improve. And that's really what we all want here, is to improve, right? We want to get better. That's what makes us happy, fulfilled, excited about life, is progress. Now, one of the reasons why I just fixate on and I help guys get six-pack abs, one of the reasons why the people I work with want to get six-pack abs so badly is because it's that symbol of success. It's that symbol of progress. It's the symbol of discipline, of hard work, of commitment, of dedication. It's sort of that symbol of success, if you will. That they did it, that they achieved something great, that they achieved a level of significance, of greatness, something above average. And let's be honest, most people are average, but we all pat ourselves on the back and we pretend we're above average. And that's why the six-pack is so amazing, is because it allows you to look at something and say, yes, I did this, and this is something that's not just mediocre. This is something that is above average, above the normal. That's why it gives people the confidence, the happiness, the fulfillment, the feelings that they can accomplish anything, is because it is that level above. So with being in January right now, everyone's kind of on these health kicks, these weight loss kicks. I'm going to get in shape. I'm going to do this, do that, do the other thing. But the problem is that people aren't assessing the situations for where they're currently at. They're sugarcoating it. They're putting the filter on it. And they're not really getting real with themselves about where they're currently at. Now, one of the things that I did when I was in college is I had to get real with myself and where I was currently at. I always wanted to be a baseball star. That was my goal, my dream in life. It's what I wanted to do. Well, I had to get real with myself, and at some point I had to assess the situation and say, what are my skills? Where are they currently at in relation to other people? Am I on track or trajectory to get to that next level? And when I took a good hard look at it, I had to say, you know what? I don't have the skills. I'm not big enough. I'm not fast enough. I don't have the skill set. My numbers aren't there. I had to really assess that and then look at it and say, okay, what do I need to do now to improve? How can I get better? What can I do? What can I take control of? I can't make myself taller. Obviously, I can't do that. I can't just generally increase my talent coordination level, but I can practice. Well, what can I do? Well, I can get bigger. I can get stronger. Those are things I can take control of. Those are things I can correct and fix. And when I looked at that and took a real perspective of it, and I looked at what I could improve and what I could do, well, that's when I really hit the gym hard. That's why I really went after it. And I was able to get bigger, get stronger. But then I also had to make that assessment and that call of, you know what? I'm probably not going to be a pro athlete. I'm not there. My skill set is just not there for whatever reason. And I had to get real with myself and accept that reality. And by accepting that reality, it allowed me to then go deeper and attack the gym even more at a different level and say, you know what? Maybe I can do something really great here. And I did. And I was able to do that. And I was able to level myself up in that way. So wherever you're at right now, currently, with your body, with your finances, with your personal relationships, I need you to take a step back. I need you to take a look, assess the situation, assess it for what it really is, not for what you want it to be, not for what you think it could be, not for what you think it should be, but for what it really is. Because the only way to get to where you want to go, the only way to improve, to get better, is to take stock of where you're currently at, as much as that might suck, right? The old adage that people who are in credit card debt don't want to look at their credit card statements. They don't want to look at their bank statements because they don't want to look at how bad it is. They don't want to be reminded of that reality. So we stay off the scale. We stay off the body fat machine. We look away when we see ourselves in the mirror. We pretend it doesn't exist. Turn the lights down when we're making love to our significant other, whatever it is, to try to pretend it's not there. But what you have to do is step on the scale, look at that weight, take your body fat, see what it really is. Okay, go to the gym, see where your fitness levels are at. Test yourself. How many push-ups can you do? How many pull-ups can you do? Look in the mirror, take that progress photo, look at it. One of the most powerful things that I do with my clients is taking progress photos. And I show it to them. I say, look, this is what it looks like. Here it is. That might suck in the moment. And you might think, oh, Jackson, that's kind of mean. What are you doing? What I'm doing is I'm bringing them to the reality of their situation. I'm showing them where they're currently at so they can take stock of it and they can really take it in. Because only by feeling that pain, that discomfort, feeling that sting of, oh, that hurts. Oh, look at this. Wow. Really feeling that pain is the only way that's going to ignite them to make progress and start moving forward, to start on the journey for six-pack success, start that journey to really get after it. That's going to light the fire under them, give them that initial spark, that initial motivation they need to get started. Now, motivation can't last forever, so you need to start developing habits, systems. You need to set yourself up for success in that way. But that initial spark, that initial drive is going to come from that pain you feel, from getting away from the pain, driving towards the pleasure of what you want to be, what you can become, what you can do in this life. But none of that is going to ever happen if you just put your head in the sand, bury it up your ass or in the clouds, and pretend everything's great and that you're just fine and that you just whatever. You got to get real with yourself. And hey, not everyone wants six-pack abs. Not everybody wants to get in that level of shape. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm not here to convince you to do it. I'm just here to tell you to get real with where you're currently at, to assess yourself in reality. Don't pretend, don't lie to yourself. Get real with yourself. And it doesn't always have to be about the body. Maybe it's something with schoolwork, finances, work. I could tell you another thing. When I was in college, I struggled with math. I was not good at it. I could have did one thing and pretended and said, you know what, math's too hard, it's not for me, oh, this and that, the other thing. No, or I could assess the situation for what it was. I could get a math tutor. I could go work on it like crazy, get better, progress. And that's what I did. And that's how I was able to get a degree in computer science. It wasn't by accident. It was by looking at my weaknesses, attacking the weakness the best I could, and leveling myself up as much as I could. So for you, your takeaway is going to be, look at your situation, assess it, find out where you're really at. That's the only way you can then progress to where you want to go. Just think about your smartphone. When you pull up your map, what do? You pull up your map and you look at it. And you say where it shows you where you're currently at. Then you put in your location. Where do you want to go? Well, imagine if the map on your phone didn't show you your real location. What if it showed you, 2 miles off over there? It was trying to show you like you're closer to your destination than you really are. Your phone is BSing you. You'd probably trade it in for a new phone. You'd be like, this phone doesn't show me where I'm currently at. The location system's not working. You got to do the same thing with your brain. Okay? You got to assess, find out where you're really at. That's the only way to get where you want to go. Now, if this resonates with you at all, if you're somebody who's struggling with getting real with your situation, with understanding where you're currently at, with even getting a step-by-step plan to where you want to go, then I would encourage you to send me a message. I love to talk to people who are in this situation, help give them clarity, help bring them to their truth, so then they can take the necessary steps they need to dig themselves out of the hole and get to where it is that they want to go. So send me a message. I'm on here for Facebook for a reason, to help and serve people like you. Send me a message, connect with me. I'd love to hear what you're struggling with so I can help you get clarity to dig yourself out get to where it is that you want to go. I'm Action Jackson. I'll see you later.